Silence Redefined, November 2014. Hi everyone, welcome back to Joanne Tech Lover. I'm Joanne, and today I'll be covering this Cooler Master CM Storm Octane gaming gear combo featuring the MB7C keyboard as well as the MS35 mouse. And this is definitely a keyboard and mouse set for gamers on a budget, but what's really cool is that you still get 7 LED color options. Here's everything that comes in the box, and we just have this quick user guide here and the mouse and keyboard. And they both come with this rubberized, this lightweight cable with USB 2 connector, and here it is for the keyboard. Let's take a look at the bottom of the keyboard first. As you can tell, it has this plastic construction and this textured design on the bottom, as well as rubberized feet on the four corners to keep this unit in place, and angled feet depending on your comfort preference. Here's a closer look at the front of the keyboard. I'm going to go over dimensions first. It measures 471 millimeters or 18.5 inches by 196 millimeters or 7.7 inches by 41.6 millimeters or 1.6 inches, and it weighs in at 920 grams or 2.03 pounds, which is pretty light for a full-size keyboard with a numpad. You get a standard QWERTY layout with gray keycaps against a black board and 19-key anti-ghosting, which registers up to 19 simultaneous keystrokes without conflict, which should work well for most games. And now for a look at the special keys on this keyboard. You get dedicated media keys as well as volume control, and that's not something I see on a lot of keyboards, especially for a budget keyboard, which is amazing. And also let's take a look at some of the alternate commands via the function key. So we'll start off with the Q key. So with function and Q, it allows you to adjust the repeat rate, which allows you to adjust the input rate of the key pressed. And then down here is the Windows key, but it also acts as a Windows lock feature. And up here, F11, this is the keyboard function key, which locks your keyboard entirely so that any keystrokes made will not register, which is great for kids who just kind of press whatever they want and people who know nothing about this feature, so you can protect your PC. And also, over here is the LED on-off key, and when you press that, it will cycle through the different LED colors as well as turn it off, of course. Now with the function key, it'll kick your LEDs into breathing mode, and once you're in breathing mode, you can go ahead and use function plus minus here to go ahead and speed up the duration of the breathing from one color to the next. Also, one last thing is the spacebar. It's rather unique looking, isn't it? As you can see, this is a rubber dome switch keyboard, but without the mushy feeling of membranes that you would typically get. And that's probably because the stems are kind of this plasticky construction and design. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it sounds like by pressing one key. And you also get this kind of bump feeling, which is rather nice and kind of reminiscent of Browns, Cherry MX Browns. I know some of you have been asking me to do a sound typing test with the keyboard in a correct position like this, so I'm going to go ahead and type something out for you. Ah.
We bow down, human race. I am Decepticon.
No, but seriously, let's go over the dimensions. It measures 129 millimeters or 5.1 inches by 73 millimeters or 2.9 inches by 38 millimeters or 1.5 inches, and it weighs in at 116 grams or 0.26 pounds, which is fairly lightweight. This mouse comes with this textured plastic surface for better grip, and you get 10 million click lifespan. Now let's go on to the buttons. So on the side you get the forward and backward in browser, which are pretty standard, and let's move on to the front of the mouse. You get the left and right clicks as well as scroll click, which does light up with LEDs, and you get this rubberized textured finish to it. Now beneath that is the DPI shift button. So this mouse comes with 4 preset DPI levels: 500, 1000, 2000, and 3500 DPI. I find on this mouse 2000 DPI is the most comfortable for me. And below that is the color shift button, and this will cycle through all of the 7 colors. For just the eyes though, the scroll wheel LED is a constant color. This mouse is definitely a claw grip in my opinion, and it's just large enough for my small hands to rest my forefinger comfortably on the right edge. Now let's move on to the bottom. You get some gliding feet, as well as this 3500 DPI Avago 3050 optical sensor. And I'm not sure what this round thing here is, but I tried to open it without breaking the mouse, and I have no idea what this is for, but it's here. Here's an LED demo of the keyboard first. Right now I just have them off, but we're gonna go ahead and turn the LEDs on. This is level 1, level 2, and level 3. Great. Now then, let's go over the different lighting modes. This is dark blue. Now we have red. And this is green, and I find green is actually the brightest, in person anyway. And then JTL purple, yay! I love that they always have this option. And then this is more of a yellow, or light green, and a light blue, and more of a white for here. Now, if you want to change the, let's say, pulsating, you hit function and the LED button. And now you'll see the keyboard breathe into different colors, which is definitely a nice effect. Of course, you can change the breathing down to the slowest, but you'll barely be able to tell, but maybe that is what you prefer by pressing the speed duration button. And now for the LED indicators on this keyboard, the num lock, caps lock, and Windows lock. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like with it on and off. And it's definitely nice to have it for the Windows lock so you know when it's on. And now for a look at the LEDs on the mouse. As you can tell, the scroll wheel, it is constant on, and let's go ahead and turn the eyes on of the Decepticon. So this is once again more of a dark blue, and then red, and green, purple, love JTL colors, as well as a lighter green, light blue, more of a white, and then off. Gotta admit though, this does look pretty cool. And finally, here's a look at the mouse LEDs from the front end. Now for a look at the pros and cons, I'd say the best selling point for both would be the price. So 2 for the price of 1, and the LEDs look pretty good. So let's start off with the keyboard. I really like the dedicated media buttons, which don't see on many keyboards, like I said, especially for a keyboard at this price. And it's plus that it's a LED backlit in itself. It's also nice that the LED switch key is dedicated, and there's a breathing mode as well as LED speed adjust. And Windows lock function is great for gamers, and I don't usually see the keyboard lock function, the privacy function. What is that all about? So cool. And can't forget the repeat rate adjust, which isn't common on entry-level gaming keyboards. And now for the keyboard cons, I wish the LEDs could be just a little brighter, and there's no dedicated mic mute button, but there's just volume up and down, and some may feel that rubber dome is a con, but mechanical can get expensive, but at least it doesn't feel like a typical membrane keyboard. And also you don't get any dedicated software for programming your keys, as well as the build quality. I feel like that could be just a little better, but you definitely do get a lot of features for the price, so I'm not really complaining too much there. Here's a look at the pros for the mouse. So I love the look of the mouse. It's very deceptive, and you get nice bright LEDs, which is definitely not something I see on budget mice. Usually they're a bit dimmer. And you get 4 preset DPI levels for gaming or casual use. And I like the ability to change the color of the LEDs on the fly. Here's a look at the cons of the mouse. And first up is that the scroll wheel does not change color with the other LEDs, and you cannot turn it off either. And there's no software to change the LED intensity or lighting pattern or to program the mouse, but I think you could probably try to get a generic version. And the 4 backward buttons are a little bit too easy to press. I wish they were more firm. And to conclude, this is a great set of peripherals for a very reasonable price, and it's definitely good for gaming, but I prefer dedicated software that can make macros. So once again, for gamers looking for a keyboard and mouse set on a budget, this is just right. Well, that wraps up the video on this Cooler Master CM Storm Octane gaming gear combo. If you like what you saw and you want to see more like it, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as follow me on social media. Joanne Tech Lover Facebook fan page, Joanne Tech Lover again on Twitter, and Joanne Tech Lover on Instagram. Also, please don't forget to hit the donate button so you can help expand this channel and feed this techie. And one last thing is storeenvy.com, where you can go ahead and purchase my 8.5 by 11-inch autograph prints, including the new Diablo Wizard prints that are up. Thank you for watching, Joanne Tech Lover. Bye now!